There's one thing that's changed in modern warfare. Not just the weapons, but the story. In the past, what mattered most was what happened on the battlefield. Now, it's also about how that story is told. One event, two versions, and we're often pushed to believe too quickly. Over the past few days, global attention has shifted back to a place that isn't ordinary. Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. This isn't just infrastructure, it's a thin line between stability and disaster. If something goes wrong here, it won't stop at Ukraine. Before the bigger claim surfaced, something else happened. In Odesa, drones came in, explosions followed, buildings damaged, civilians injured. For those who've been following this conflict, this isn't new. Odesa has been targeted before because of where it sits, because of what it represents. Strikes like this always send a message, but this time, the message didn't stay there. Because soon after, the narrative escalated. Russia came forward with a much more serious statement. They said Ukraine struck the nuclear facility in Zaporizhzhia using drones, and this time, not just damage, but casualties. The framing was direct. This wasn't a minor incident. It was described as dangerous, irresponsible, something that could trigger far bigger consequences. What stands out is that Russia didn't just talk about the strike. They shaped a position as the side in control, as the side maintaining stability, as the side preventing escalation. In modern conflict, that matters. Ukraine responded quickly, and they rejected the claim. From their perspective, it doesn't make sense. Why would they target a nuclear facility? What would they gain? Militarily, very little, but the risk extremely high. A move like that could damage their own position. It could shift international support, and that's not a small consequence. Then they turn the question around. Did this really happen the way it's being described? Or is there more behind the story? At this point, this is no longer just about one incident. It's about two competing narratives. In the Russia-Ukraine war, this pattern is familiar. Narrative isn't secondary. It's part of the strategy. Now take a step back. Is it possible the strike happened? Yes. Is it a strategically sound move? That's less clear. Because the consequences could backfire, not just militarily, but politically. On the other hand, is it possible that events are being framed, amplified, or shaped? History suggests yes. So what we have right now is not certainty. It's a range of possibilities. The world is watching, and the reaction is measured. No immediate conclusions, no sudden panic. International Atomic Energy Agency. They're not assigning blame, they're focused on one thing: safety. Because if something happens at Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, this is no longer a regional issue. It becomes global. Western countries remain cautious. Others call for de-escalation. But across the board, there's one shared concern. Don't let this cross the line. So, where does that leave us? We have a claim, a denial, and a high-risk environment in between. But no final answer. Maybe the real question isn't who's right. Maybe it's this: are we willing to look beyond a single narrative? Because in modern conflict, the most powerful weapon isn't always the one that explodes, it's the one that convinces. If you've made it this far, share your perspective. What makes the most sense to you? And if you value this kind of analysis, one that looks at both sides without rushing to conclusions, support the channel. Subscribe, like, and share. Disclaimer: this content is based on currently available information which may evolve over time. The goal is not to take sides, but to provide a broader, more critical understanding of the situation. And for now, the world is still waiting, not just for answers, but for clarity.